am LaMarsha Lewis. Let's talk. Today is Wednesday, June the 22nd, 2022. I want to start this commentary like giving a shout out to my youngest aunt on my mom's side. I'm sorry. Today is her birthday, and happy birthday to my aunt Felicia. We call her Lisa. Today is her 51st birthday. So what we're going to have a discussion about, I'm kind of late. It's been a while, and I tried to give you some commentary on it yesterday twice and had some issues with trying to get the videos and to actually go through. I was told that my phone didn't have storage, so I had to clean out my phone to make storage to be able to hopefully get through this one. This is the second attempt today because I was doing a video and got an important call that I had to stop. So we're going to try this again. We are going to have a conversation about Marjorie Harvey and Michael B. Jordon. So it has been for the last couple of weeks, people are still having this conversation about Michael B. Jordon and Marjorie Harvey ending their relationship after over a year of dating. We saw where they had on social media, like their IGs and things like that, where they was plastering and talking about their first year anniversary, saying I love you, da 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 da. But let's just start from the beginning. Many had their opinions, their thoughts, and I too being one, I can be honest enough to say I thought it was just fake. I didn't think it was a real relationship. I thought it was more or less a PR stunt, publicity stunt, although I'm not sure the reasoning why Michael B. Jordon, because hey, he's Michael B. Jordon. Michael B. Jordon he can have any woman and woman of class and stature, but yet for whatever his reason was, he chose to get involved in a relationship with Marjorie Harvey, who does not have the best reputation out there. She's only 25. Michael is 35, so there's that 10-year difference in age. Like I say, and she's been around the block, and perhaps probably going to start back around the block. Many said she's for the streets. She doesn't want to be saved. I echo the sentiments of Boosie. He had an interview with Glad, and many people kind of gave him a lot of backlash because he made the statement, Marjorie Harvey is not goals. And she's not. She's 25 years old, been in numerous relationships, one with a father and son, with Future of all people, with Trey Songz. I mean, it's like she's a pass by and running through. Cause I mean, do we know whether she's being sexually active with these people? No, but come on, let's be real here. And again, using Boosie, come on, we don't go on vacation just to be going on vacation and ain't nothing happen. So, and also a lot of people are saying the reason for the breakup is her mom. They're stating from the lifestyle previously that her mom, Marjorie Harvey, lived, because it has been alleged that she was involved with two cousins or brothers, but I have heard since by the father of her oldest two kids, Morgan and Jason, that they're not related, but it has been allegedly said that both of these men were dope dealers. And if you Google Marjorie Harvey, especially when she lived in Memphis, Tennessee, she was known as Lady Herring. So she also came from the streets, and she had, she's not really respected other than by Steve Harvey, her husband, which is his third marriage, and I believe her second marriage. And Steve adopted all three of her children. She has 3 kids, 2 daughters, and a son, Morgan, Jason, and Laurie being the baby. And like I said, what you see or what's been inputted in you, it comes out. And I will be one to think that Laurie's getting a lot of insight, information or insight guidance from her mom, because Marjorie got lucky with Steve. She hit the jackpot, the lottery with Steve Harvey. Once he blew up and became famous and now rich. Every time you look up, prior to the pandemic, every time you look up, she was traveling here and there. Her and Marjorie and Laurie once a whole month of travel. So many people are saying that they believe Marjorie is a contributor of the lifestyle of what we're seeing her daughter and her youngest child, 25 years old, play out, is that she's getting her instructions, her tips, her guidance from her mom. You know, Steve has the book, Think Like a Man but Act Like a Lady. I don't think Laurie got a copy, because she may be at least trying to think like a man, but hey, like Boosie said, I think it was Boosie, maybe someone else, but she thinks she's playing men. She ain't playing men. She's getting played. Girl, you a pass by. They just one is with you, then they passing you on. And like they said, when a son and a dad can have a conversation, oh, I hit it too. What was it like? You know what I'm saying? This is just like, I don't get it. I don't get it. And like, is fame and fortune really that important? Cause I know when it first was announced, I first heard, I saw Gary from Ricky Smiley show, Gary with the T. He was in mourning, talking about he just couldn't believe it, and like I said, the conversation is still going on. But I had noticed since the Oscar that we had not been seeing many pictures of the two together, and it was Laurie, in my opinion, that was always plastic picture. Every now and then Michael had begun to share pictures maybe of the two or of her and things like that, because I know I don't know if it was some holiday or something that came up. She was in white, and he was saying he loved her. He called her Turtle. Like I said, they recently had celebrated a year and then being together. Then next thing we know, they're broke up now. No one from either Laurie's camp or Michael B. Jordon or Laurie or Michael, him or herself, has said anything in regards to that they have broken up. Other than we know Laurie instantly deleted all the pictures, whether it was herself or someone from her team, deleted all the pictures with her and Michael, and there were a lot of them out there, because it was she, and I even said that on somewhere out there when I had made a comment. It was Laurie that was doing all the plasting of the two. Michael is more private. He did kind of open up a little bit, or come out of his shell, I guess, or his comfort zone with her. Like I say, many said from the very beginning this was a fake relationship. It wasn't a real, authentic relationship. It was for, like I say, publicity stunt, PR, and all of that. I'm being one. I still kind of struggle if it ever perhaps did become a real, and I kind of think, well, maybe it did, or at least maybe Michael did really begin to have feelings for her, but we can see Laurie didn't. Laurie, she might have been saying the words "I love you," but I'm gonna say this just like her mama. Marjorie may love Steve, but what I do know about Marjorie Elaine Harvey, or Marjorie Elaine Bridges Woods Harvey, she loves Steve Harvey money. She loves the lifestyle that Steve Harvey has given to her and her 3 kids, and now her grandchildren that are profiting off of Steve Harvey. I can say that without a doubt. Marjorie Harvey loves that. She may love Steve, but I'm not convinced. But she definitely loves his money, and like I say, and the status that she gets because she's the 3rd wife. But Laurie didn't seem to really have feelings, and like I say, perhaps Michael did. And the reason I say that, I remember Steve recently was on an interview with Ellen, and Ellen, of course, had asked about, because everybody was asking about Laurie and Michael's relationship, because like I say, every time we look up, we was basically seeing them everywhere, pictures and all of that. And Ellen had made the statement about how Michael had reached out to her and her wife Portia about riding horses, because we know at one point in time Laurie was a professional horse rider. She had an injury that caused her to stop riding, but she really loves riding horses. I've even heard Steve say how he's bought horses and houses and cars and all these things for his children. So it's like he went out his way to appease her, or to, you know, and what woman doesn't like to be spoiled or shown, you know, affection and love and all of these things from their significant other. I get it, but to me that was sometimes was just too much. Like, is it real? Do y'all keep anything private? Does everything have to be just broadcasted for everybody to know? And then to question, wait, is this authentic, or is it just for, as they say, for social media? You know what I'm saying? But that's my take. I think perhaps if it did start off not being a real relationship and authentic, I think he may have somehow maybe had caught feelings. But again, I don't think those was that Laurie expressed the same feelings. I don't think it was received equally or reciprocated by her to him. I know when she was first time she did an interview was on The Real when they started their 8th season. I think that was that back in September. Yeah, back in, was it earlier this year? But anyway, when The Real started season 8, Lori Harvey was their first guest, and it was her first time doing interviews. And since then, she's done several. I know I've seen it with Mario Lopez. I know she's been on, I think it's Daily Pop that Lonnie Love is also hosting now. I've seen her on there, and just various other places I've seen Lori Harvey doing interviews. And we know she often do modeling for like Michael Kors and various prominent people in magazines and things like that. But what stood out to me when the ladies of The Real was discussing her and Michael's relationship, she said, he listens to me. That really spoke, like, hit right here. He listens to me. Because think about it, all these other men, they probably obviously weren't listening. They was in it for what they could get. Future, Diddy, Trey Songz. I remember that time we saw her and Diddy in the matching outfits. But what did that mean? Nothing. You know, like I say, Future, when she got on a plane for her birthday, had roses and all that, you know, had a nice birthday. They showed that. And like I say, Michael B. Jordon rented an aquarium, entire aquarium, you know. Supposedly bought her stock in some company. Like I said, we saw him giving her roses for, I think it was Valentine's Day or whatever the latest holiday. And things like that. But still, to what? Like I say, and Ellen mentioned he was trying to find a place to take her to, because she likes to ride horses. And going back to The Real interview, when she said he listens to me, says she had mentioned about going to a fresh market. Say it was on a Sunday. He called, hey, what are you doing? He get dressed. We gonna go. You know. And they had a beautiful day of just enjoying like a fresh market and just enjoying the day. He did, from what we can see, he did do a lot of things to try to, I guess, make her happy, to what a romantic type guy and all of that. I remember when she launched her skincare line, Skin by Lori Harvey. He was there and he was saying how there's no other place he would want to be. And then when she spoke, something also that caught my attention is his reaction when she said, well, my baby's finna be executive producer of some show or some project that he was working on. And he kind of like, why are you disclosing, you know, personal business information? And again, this is just me. That's what I kind of got from it. I may have been the only one, but so it just let me know he's saying, you know, he was there to celebrate her. There's no other place. She's talking about his business that he himself had not disclosed. So I just think she was in it for what she could gain, because, you know, many people said both parties was supposedly so hurt about the breakup, but it had been stated that allegedly Michael wanted to take things to the next level, and so some are given the thought that perhaps are trying to insinuate maybe he wanted to get married. Laurie didn't go, hey, I'm gonna go to this again. You can't save somebody that don't want to be saved. And from what she's showing us, she is for the streets. She's the type of young lady that makes it hard for women. And again, I agree with, but she's not goals. So what parent is really okay with your daughter being a pass around or mother of men in the industry? Future, Puff Daddy, Diddy, come on, Trey Songz. Then we're gonna add his son. Then we add Michael B. Jordan. Many are saying, "Pope, Michael, you dodged a bullet," and I think he did. And he may have feelings for a video has gone viral of him, his first outing since the breakup, showing him, people say, oh, that's the picture of a sad man. He didn't really look sad to me, but everybody is entitled to their opinion, and you know, that's what they want to say. Okay, but I didn't think he really looked sad, but and I hope he isn't, and he may be, and if there were feelings, he's entitled to that, because when you actually care about someone and something happens where the relationship doesn't work, you are entitled to have your feelings. But don't stay there, Michael. You're Michael B. Jordan. You have been the sexiest man alive for how many years now? You got much love from many of your fans. The ladies of The View talk about how nice and kind he is. He buys them flowers and put in their dressing rooms when they're there. So Lori Harvey was not on your level. she wasn't. And you know, many people have said Michael still had pictures of her on his IG. I have looked. He has, at one point in time, I think he did, but as of now, neither he or Lori have pictures of one another on their IGs. And from what I can see and understand, neither are no longer following each other. So Steve had spoke out about it on his radio show. He said, well, she's my daughter. I love her. I'm Team Lori, and I get that. That's what a dad does. That's just no more than what one would expect, for you to be supportive of your daughter. I also have heard what people say, well, Steve act like she can do no wrong, because it's nothing nice, again, with the reputation that she has, and she's a young lady. But again, I think she's getting the coaching from her mama, and hey, it is what it is. But, you know, Steve has never really talked about Future or Trey Songz or Diddy, because I think one time it was him and the guy that, and I can't think of his name right now, that Kris Jenner dates, was walking and somebody was interviewing him, was asking, trying to ask Steve about, I think it was Lori, when she was involved with Future at the time. But Steve is never, he has said that Michael B. Jordon is a good guy. I know he recently did an interview with Hoda and Jenna from NBC, and they had asked if Michael were to ask to marry Lori, what would be his, you know, would he give his blessings and things like that? And he like, and he first said yeah, then he said no, that's a tough one. So Michael B. Jordon is an outstanding young man from what we have seen. He's always kept a low profile. He was supported to when we lost Chad, the Black Panther star, and like I say, it had been said that he didn't necessarily date black women. I think Lori is the first actual black woman, a woman of color, that he's really dated. It has been said he's more of a preference to Caucasian women. Hey, if he do, that's his business. What I can say, or what we all can say, he gave Marjorie Harvey a chance. Do you think she would have gotten to the Oscar? I mean, the last picture that I remember seeing, and which I'm going to use as the thumbnail for this commentary, is the picture of the two of them at the Oscar. And I had begun to notice, okay, we ain't seeing nothing about Lori and Michael. We ain't hearing Lori and Michael. So what's up? Lo and behold, broke on the weekend. Like I said, Gary was in mourning, but many are saying, one, and I do agree, Michael, you dodged the bullet. Two, many have said, hey, we saw this coming. The contract ended. But what's so bad is how Lori is basically once again being dragged for the being a woman that's young and promiscuous. But again, we gotta be real. She get it from her mama. She's getting the coaching from her mama, and that is just my humble opinion. I am a great fan of Steve Harvey. I love his twins. The sons seem to live more of a private life. Even Marjorie's son, Jason, he and his wife seems to live a private life. The oldest daughter, Morgan, her husband, 2 kids, definitely lives a private life. And we don't see the twins out there like we do Steve Harvey. But again, Lori, she's a whole different ball game. And that song says she's for the streets and she don't want to be saved. If anybody had something to gain in this relationship, it was her, because she's showing us she's thirsty, and she's basically any means to get to where I want to get the name and the level of trying to get to the top. She's going for it, and it's gonna cost her. And like they say, she's 25 now. Yes, she's beautiful. Can't take that away, nor am I trying. But being beautiful, but this type of reputation, that isn't. And again, I share Boosie's sentiment. She's not goals unless you okay with your daughter being known as a run-through, passed by of multiple men. That's not goals. But this generation we're living in now, they're just so different anyway. But hey, I want to come on and join the conversation, because baby, like I said, she's being dragged. Her mama's being dragged. They also said Marjorie supposedly did like some shade to Michael B. Jordon. I don't know why she or Steve are trying to basically diss Michael B. Jordon, because like I said, we're talking about Michael B. Jordon, and you're talking about your daughter Lori. The reason we know of her is because Steve gave her his last name. Other than that, she probably wouldn't be nothing, no more than we wouldn't know who Marjorie was, other than, I guess, Lady Heron from the streets of Memphis. Steve gave them all a chance. Their name, but I guess having his name was enough, is why she's still doing what she's doing, sleeping with multiple men, trying to, I don't know, I guess get where her mama is or something. But if that's the case, and if it's what we heard was true, Michael wanted to take things to the next level. Did he propose? Did he want to get married? We might not ever know the answer to that. And from what I've seen of her, and she seems really, but she is 25, so let's give that disclaimer. But she seems very immature to me. Always, everything ain't always. I guess because I'm older, I'm on a different level of maturity, and all that little stuff I be seeing her do. I'm like, girl, please, you just grow up. But yeah, she's on a. I don't really know what she's searching for, and if truth be told, she herself probably really don't know what she's searching for. But Michael B. Jordon, hey, keep your head up. Many people love you. Many people respect you. If anything, you were the prize in this, and she missed out on the opportunity because she ain't there yet. She's not there yet. So if you don't want it for yourself, someone else wants it for you. It still doesn't work. You gotta want it for yourself. And she's on a whole different level. Cause like I say, from what I've seen, she's not sad or hurt. It's that both of them are really hurt. I'm like, well, if they really hurt and they really love each other, why are you not together? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. That's all I'm saying. All right, y'all. Give me some feedback in the comments. I am LaMarsha Lewis. Let's talk.